Hello students, now we are going to proceed with our topics on decision making means conditional statements. Okay, in the previous PPT we have learned about that, about the if and multiple if. Now in this we are going to study about if else if ladder. Okay, now see, first here is a example of if else. It is a logical situation when either two actions is to be performed depending upon a certain condition. It means, students, that if else is in this two conditions are given, if the first one is not true, the flow of control comes to the second statement. Okay, if condition satisfied, then yes, otherwise the statements come to the second state. Otherwise flow of control comes to the second statement. See, for the example, if a is greater than b, then maximum is a, otherwise we are going to give b as a maximum number. See, here is a program to check this program you all have to write in your class registers. A program to accept a number and find whether it is an even or odd number. See, to find whether a number is even or odd by using input statement. Here is a program. Okay, in this we have input a. In this, okay, input a means the number has been input. Suppose in a we have input 12. Okay, then a, this is your remainder sign. Module 2 is equal to 0. If your remainder is left over with 0, then means the number is even. So if we have input 2, then it means the number is even. Otherwise, if we have input 13, the remainder remains with 1, then it means your number is odd. So this is your if else statement in which two conditions are given. One condition is, first condition is true and second condition is false. Now if else if ladder. What is if else if? If this is true, then else that, otherwise if again. It is a logical situation when more than two actions are to be performed depending upon the conditions. Okay, it is performed with the keyword if else if. When condition 1 is true, then it performs one set of statement. In case condition 1 is false, then the control either enters to the else if part and checks condition true. If it is true, then it performs the task of statement 2, otherwise it execute statement 3. See, here it is given if, here else if, and here else if is this, and if for this if there is else here. Okay, see, it has been shown with the help of flowchart also. Is condition satisfied, then statement 1, otherwise is go to statement 2. If it is satisfied, then statement 2, otherwise it come to the statement 3. Here is example. Here is example. If a is greater than b, then print number is greater. Else if b is greater than b, then second number is greater. Else both the number are equal. See, here three statements are given. We have taken two numbers only. In this three statements, we have checked if a is greater than b, then print if. The first is like if else. Okay, a is greater, then second is greater. If either both the numbers are equal, we have input two numbers. If both the numbers are equals, then it will print that both numbers are equal. Now nested if. When there is if in another if, okay, then it is called nested if. See, here it is if condition 1, then here another if has been given with condition statement 1 statement 2 with the else. This is, then for this if there is else given, and here again the condition is good. So this is your nested if. Okay, now structure of nested if. See, if a is greater than b, then, and if a is greater than c, we have checked here all the three numbers. If a, first a has been checked by the b, and then it has been checked by the c, then maximum a else b. Otherwise we will come to here, if a b is greater than c, max b else max c. Like this we are going to print we are going to get our maximum numbers. In ternary operator, in previous PPT, you all have learned about the ternary operator. It is a single line statement. See, according to ternary operator, how we are going to do. It is a single, then print maximum. In this, see, A is greater than B, then if A is greater than C. This question mark is for if. Okay, this is a sign of ternary operator. Then A or C, otherwise B is greater than C, then B or C. Now here is a program for you all. Write a program to input three sides of a triangle and check whether a triangle is uh, equilateral, isosceles or scalene. Okay. See here with the if, here with the, we have done with the help of a scanner. We have input a number and we have checked whether it is a, you all know the formula, what is your uh, triangle, how you are going to find a triangle. Okay. See, we have done here, we have put here if A plus B is greater than C and B plus C is greater than A and C plus A is greater than B. See here, this is how triangle has been formed. And operator means the both all the three conditions should be true. Okay, all the three conditions will be true. Then here we have put if A is equal to B and B is equal to C, C is equal to A, then it is equilateral triangle. Otherwise, if A is greater than B, A is equal to B, B is equal to C, and C is equal to A, then it is isosceles triangle. Okay, here see it is OR sign, and is means that all the three condition is true. Else if in this means OR sign means this OR sign means that one can be true, others can be false, and this is or not equal to. Okay, so if A is not equal to B, B is not equal to C, and C is not equal to A, then it means it is scalene triangle. See? Now, in this, we have to find out, write a number, program to input three different single digit numbers between 1 and 9 and display the greatest and the smallest of three numbers. See how we have to print here. We have input suppose 7274 and output is coming there. Greatest three digit number is 742 and smallest three digit number is 247. See here, we have input three numbers and we have to find out three. If A is given, see here, it has been nested if A is greater than B and A is greater than C and B is greater than C, then print greatest 100 into A plus 10 plus B plus C. Okay, C 100 here because it is a third digit number, second digit and first digit. Else like this only, in this like this we are gone, we have done different steps. Do it in your class registers. See else here like this we will find out the greatest number, the digit number and the smallest digit number. In GN we are going to get greatest number and SN we are going to get smallest number. Then we have here printed. Okay. Now this is your next program. In this we have this type of programs comes in your board exam. Okay, this week we also say that this is your slab programming. This is a programming of multiple if. Okay, it means there are four slabs, one, two, three, four. Then we have to put here four if, if, okay, and if. See, there is a for if, and we have to count we have to input our units, and then we have to count how many, how much charges has been there for the when the units are consumed, and how much amount has been it has been to be paid. See here with this help of scanner in this time in your syllabus, the scanner is there. Okay. Now here we have input the consumer name. Okay, and then we have enter consumer number and the units consumed by the. Okay, now if u is unit is less than equal to 100, then your amount has to be paid this, and if unit is greater than 100 and less than 300 equal to, then the amount is has to be paid this. See, pay attention here. Here the unit of first 100 has been also counted here. Okay, 100 into and then minus with that unit, and we have got our result. Like this we are going to do this. Okay, now next program is this. It is a quadratic equation. What we have to do in this, we have used math function. We have input three numbers and we will find out quadratic equation and roots. Okay, or go through with the program very thoroughly, and each and every program should be in your class register with the theory notes, whatever the notes have been given in your PPT. Okay, so make it clear, I'll send PDF of this PPT, so it should be in your class registers.